Hello, this is Tito at Life Path Astrology and Tarot, and this video is about the full moon lunar eclipse that occurs at 18 degrees Libra on March 23rd, 2016 at 8:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a lunar eclipse is a very, very powerful full moon. It's like the energy of 10 full moons. And we just went through an eclipse on March 9th, which is a solar eclipse, which was a time of major beginnings and major endings. Now this is a time when emotional needs and wants that have been brewing underneath the surface burst into our awareness. And this can feel like an emotional storm. It can feel frightening because the light of the moon, so it's basically the shadow of the moon is being revealed. So all those feelings that are in the shadow. So it can feel a time that's very irrational, where we can be irritable, cranky, feel overwhelmed, like how we're gonna make sense. It's like suddenly you're just going along with your day, and then you see and then you look and there's everything that you've been hiding coming up, just jumping out at you. So kind of like the Pandora's box is opening, but you need not fear. It will pass like any storm, and we will have 3-6 months to slowly integrate and figure out what has been revealed to us. So a lot of things have to be let go of. A lot of emotional baggage has to be let go of so we can find inner tranquility. I had a dream 2 nights ago where I was supposed to tell everybody about this eclipse, and there was this astrologer in the dream, which must have been an aspect to me, that was telling me that in our society, feelings are discounted and favor of the rational mind often, so that when we're feeling really emotional, often we feel really guilty. So around the eclipse time, there can be a lot of feelings of guilt, of shame for feeling these things and feeling things just bursting into our awareness that we may have suppressed. So it's important that we feel all this and talk to people about it, and just know it's okay. You know, whatever we feel is okay. We came here to Earth to go through the whole emotional experience. So a lunar eclipse is also a relationship test. It can be a time when relationships are severed or strengthened. It's a time when intuition is favored. It can feel like we're moving through the valley of shadow, maybe in some ways, that it feels like the light may be gone and we're wandering through the darkness a bit, but we can trust our instincts that will come out the other side because we've overcome everything in our life up to this point, right? So it's important to tap into our intuition because our feelings never lie. The eclipse is in Libra, so what's coming to the awareness? Relationship. Libra is relationship, compromise, negotiation, right? So that's what we're going to be focusing on the next 3 to 6 months, figuring out some major karmic involvements in our relationships, about compromise, negotiation, peacekeeping, seeing other people's points of view. But the sun is also in Aries at this point, which is the opposite sign. So we're also having to pay attention to taking care of the self, you know, going after what you want, your own passions, being courageous, asserting yourself, but also knowing when to keep peace, you know, when to negotiate, when to have that companion around, and when you need to go off on your own mission and do your own thing. So that's what we're focusing on right now. And wherever 18 degrees Libra is in your chart is where there will be a lot of needs and wants coming to the surface, a lot of subconscious feelings bursting into your awareness, and where major emotional patterns need to be let go of. So this is important to know. Yeah, so what else can we talk about from here? Well, Aries, spring equinox on the 20th. So this is an astrological new beginning, the beginning of Aries, the first sign, the ram. You know, it's got its horns and it's going to smash its head into whatever is in its way. It doesn't care if it breaks its skull. It's the survival instinct, the instinct to go after what you want, to have the courage to face any obstacle, any doubt, any fear, to live your life despite all these things. And it's a time of new beginnings. We just were in Pisces, a very emotional time, a water sign, deep and reflective and compassionate. And now we're in the fire. And fire is direct, it's honest, it's blunt, it's enthusiastic, it's kind of childlike and innocent in a lot of ways. And Aries is a lot like this. Is the baby sign, but it's also a fierce sign ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of action, right? Of passion, self-assertion, sexuality. So all these things are going to be highlighted. So to be in alignment with these energies is to start something new, you know, to go on adventures. Aries is that bravery to step into the unknown. So adventuring, doing things that are frightening to do, stepping into new realms. These are all going to be very important and are going to be in line with this full moon. We still have a lot of stuff in Pisces. We got Mercury, Venus, and Neptune in Pisces. So the veil is still very thin between the realms, so we may be having really vivid dreams or psychic intuition, noticing synchronicities and signs, and this is really powerful thing just to connect to in general, and it's going to align a lot with the eclipse, because around the eclipse there's a lot of synchronicity, there's a lot of signs, there's a lot of omens, and things can feel really faded. So it's to pay attention to these things because they'll guide us. It's the spirits communicating with us. Basically, lunar eclipses and solar eclipses are just they're major heightenings in the awareness of the collective conscious. They're making us more intelligent, because in this life we need love, intelligence, and willpower to get anything that we want, right? To actually be in this realm to the fullest. So these eclipses are helping us on the intelligence sphere of things to arrive at a place of greater understanding and to let go of things that are in the way of us being our highest selves, and to reveal to us our true wisdom, right? So we're going through, since 2012, we've been going through a awakening. You know, the end of the Mayan calendar and all of that. Been going through a raising of consciousness, and it's accelerating. And each year, since 2012, it's accelerating even more. And we're purifying. So it can feel like all the darkness is coming to the surface, just so we can decide whether we want to do that or not. And that means our hearts are being purified. And it's important that this happens because our essence is love. And these eclipses, especially the eclipse that just happened in Pisces, was helping us get to that place of unconditional love. So we're still feeling the flood of Pisces. It's almost like an ocean, and it's crumbling. All the mountains are crumbling, and all the things that need to be let go of are falling into this ocean. Imagine an ocean of love, and dissolving it, and it can feel intense. It can feel like we're on fire sometimes, because we're letting go, and the ego does not want to die. The ego wants to be around forever. The only thing that is forever is love, and that's what we're connecting back to. Because when we can connect to be love ourselves, which is the universe, we can then show other people how to do that too, just through being love, and hopefully through continually being that energy that we can heal the world, because the world needs love. That's why we do what we do. You know, even acts of when we're suffering, or people are inflicting suffering, or doing that because they think that's going to find them love, and they're, you know, tricked by the mind into thinking that's going to help them get there. But underneath it all, we all just want love. So these eclipses are helping us find love for ourselves, you know, and compassion, accepting where we're at. All these feelings will come up. To be compassionate for ourselves, because we're just humans and we're supposed to go through the whole emotional experience in this dream time reality. So if you want a reading, you can message me. I can do tarot readings as well, and I would love for everybody to have an amazing lunar eclipse and just understand themselves so much better and just feel that freedom, peace, and yeah, enjoy yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's all for now. Adios.